good morning students. Last class we discussed regarding VBT. VBT means valence bond theory. What are the importance of VBT means? Means from that concept we can easily predict the geometry of the compounds. Geometry means it may be tetrahedral, it may be square planar, it may be octahedral based on the hybridization concept. If it is sp3d2 means it's clearly indicate it's nothing but octahedral complex. sp3 it's nothing but tetrahedral complex. But VBT has its own drawback, or else we call it as limitation. In order to overcome that, we are going to start this CFT. CFT means crystal field theory. What this theory indicates means, you know that the bond present between the metal and the ligand. M means metal, L means ligand. The bond present between the metal and the ligand is purely ionic. Means according to this concept, there is an electrostatic force of attraction between the metal and the ligand. What type of force? Electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction between the metal and the ligand. How this electrostatic force of attraction exists between the metal and the ligand? You should know this. Metal means electropositive. Metal means electropositive. What is this electropositive? Electropositive means it's ready to lose its outermost electron. It's one of the metal character. Means if anybody has that electron, it will easily donate the electron there. Means it's a electropositive in nature. And ligand, you know two types of ligand. One is neutral and another one anionic. Neutral, anionic. What is this neutral? Neutral means very simple. Here there is no charge. It's electrically neutral, but it contains lone pair of electrons. I will take precise example, ammonia, NH3. I am going to take very precise example, ammonia. It's an example for neutral ligand. Just try to understand. Here it mainly contains lone pair of electrons. Lone pair means it's not at all involved in bonding, but it's ready to donate towards the metal. It's a electron, lone pair electron. Electron charge is negative. It's a dipole end. Negatively charged dipole end. See, this one is metal is positive and the neutral ligand is negative. Negative means lone pair of electron. Electron charge is negative. So positive, negative. Between the positive, negative, the force exists now. That two force we call it as electrostatic force of attraction. The exists force we call it as electrostatic force of attraction. See, this is nothing but electrostatic force of attraction. Just try to understand. The name itself indicates it's an anion, positive, and anion, negative. This is metal. Metal and anionic ligand. Electrostatic force of attraction. Means in this crystal field theory, we are going to deal with the nature of bond. Nature of coordination bond. The coordination bond is purely ionic bond. Why it's ionic means metal positive, ligand, whether it may be neutral or it may be anionic. Both the ligands are, they contain electron. Electrons are negatively charged. Negatively charged means negative. Positive, negative. In between that, there is an electrostatic force of attraction. Yes, it's over. Now next, one more very important one. Metal contain. Metal means which metal we are using? It's a D block, na? It's a D block metal. This metal mainly it contains 5 boxes. What is this 5 boxes? 5 boxes is nothing but 5 orbitals. 5 boxes is nothing but 5 orbitals. See, first one, dxy. What is this dxy? You know the shape of the orbital. This is coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis. This is coordinate axis. Shape means double dumbbell. This is dumbbell shape, but the d orbital shape is double dumbbell. D orbital shape is double dumbbell. This one is present in between x and y. So we call it as dxy. Means the orbital present in between the x and the y. That's why the orbital name dxy. Suppose if it is present between y and z, this is dxy, this is dyz. If the orbital present between x and z, we call it as dxz. If the orbital present between, not between, exactly above x, y. This is also double dumbbell, na? This one we call it as dx square minus y square. And only on z-axis, we call it as dz square. Is it clear? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 orbital spatial orientation. See, dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. It's clear? Means without any interactions. Without any interaction means without ligand. All the d orbitals are degenerate. We are going to use one more special word, degenerate. What is this degenerate? Degenerate means equivalent energy. Equivalent energy means same energy. Equivalent energy or same energy. Is it clear? All the 5 boxes has its own same energy. But once the ligand approach the degeneracy, it never remains as it is. It will split. That is the major concept under this CFT. It's very simple and easy. Just try to understand. It's a metal. Metal means all the 5 orbitals are degenerated like this. Once ligand approach, I am going to take 6 ligands. Why I am going to take 6 ligands means octahedral field. Octahedral field. Octahedral field. Metal is there. One metal is surrounded by 6 ligands. Then what happened? The degeneracy, it starts splitting. Then metals itself, around the metal, the ligand itself arranged in a particular fashion or geometry, we call it as octahedral. Now, in this session, I am going to explain regarding the crystal field splitting in octahedral entity. Octahedral entity means around metal, see if 6 ligands are arranged in octahedral fashion, how the d orbitals will behave, how it will split, if the degeneracy will remain or what. That is a major question. Now, just try to understand. This is degenerate metal d orbital. This is metal d orbital in free state. Metal d orbital in free state means metal is there in a free state. Free state means absence of ligand. Free state means what? Absence of ligand. Free state means what? Absence of ligand. Means there is no ligand. Ligands are completely nil. There is no ligand. Without a ligand, d orbitals are like this. I am going to represent it here itself. dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square, dz square. Inside only I am going to represent that. Now, once 6 ligands approach, what happened? The energy. Why energy? See, metal means, you know, last class, VBT, I am going to explain so many examples. With examples, see. Suppose cobalt, nickel, correct now? Inside that 6 electrons, everything I explained. See here, what is this? It's nothing but electron. Even though metal is positive, positive means electropositive in nature, metal, no doubt in that. But still it contains electron. If ligands approach towards the metal, means already electrons are there. If ligands are donating the electrons, what happen? Once metal already contain electron, ligands also donating electron. Electron, negative, same equal charges. Same equal charges. What happens if both charges are equal? Means there is a repulsion. There is a repulsion. There is a repulsion. Correct na? Try to understand. Metal allu electron ide. Ligand electron kodtide. Here electron interactions. Electrons are, both electrons, all the electrons are negatively charged. Negative repulsion. Why? Same charges. Equal charges are repel each other, unlike charges are attract each other. You know the basic rule. Metal allu electron ide, ligand electron kodta ide. Equal charges, repulsion. Due to the repulsion, when repulsion? After 6 ligands will approach, that time only repulsion. Then what happened? This little bit excited. This one is excited. Which one excited? Metal. Once it excited, it will split. Downside 3, upside 2. Upside 2. Means, see, just try to understand. This is normal metal without any ligands. Means all are degenerate. Once the ligand approach, it start excited. Once it excited, the energy level increases. Once the energy level increases, it will split up. How this will split up means downside 3 will come. 3 orbitals will occupy lower energy. This contains lower energy. And this contain high energy. Got it? Here, this one is, we call it as barycenter. What is the name for this? Barycenter. Means, we are expecting all the orbitals should be in this order. But it's not like that. It starts splitted. How they splitted? It's like this. Why not 2 here? Why not 3 here? Because I am talking about octahedral field. If 6 ligands will approach, downside 3 and upside 2. Downside having always lower energy. Why lower energy? It has a certain energy. Below that means it's lower energy. Has a certain energy, own energy. Above that means comparatively, this 5G degenerate orbital is there now. Comparatively higher energy, these 2 orbitals. Now, the difference is there now. This is, we call it as crystal field splitting energy. This one we call it as energy we call it as crystal field splitting energy. This energy we call it as crystal field splitting energy. Means this is one crystal. This is one crystal. After ligand approach, it's splitting. There is an energy difference. That's why lower energy, higher energy. The difference we call it as crystal field splitting energy. What is the difference name? Crystal field splitting energy. I am going to represent it as delta. Energy difference, I am going to represent it as delta. But this one is octahedral entity. That's why I am going to use O, delta naught. Or else delta O. Delta O means within the octahedral field, this is the crystal field splitting energy. This is energy difference. It's always like this. It should be like this. But after 6 ligand approach, the orbitals are splitted. Downside 3, upside 4. What are all the 3 downside orbitals are there? No? What are all the 3? D, X, Y, D, Y, Z, D, Z, X. These 3 are degenerate. Out of 5, these 3 one party. Next, upside dx square minus y square dz square. These 2 one party. Means these 3 orbital lower energy, these 2 orbital higher energy. And next, from center to this one, we call it as 2 by 5 delta naught. Try to understand, it's too simple. While 5 out of 5 orbital, 2 orbitals are upside. That is the meaning. Got it what I am telling? Just I will give a general example. Here 5 is there, upside 2, downside 3. How many are present upside means? Out of 5, 2 are present up. How many are downside from the center? Out of 5, 3 are down. That is the meaning. Now, from ear to here, the distance is downside 3. Out of 5, 3 are downside. Delta naught. Understood? For this set of energy, one special name is there. The name is T2G. Means the together T orbital, I am not going to specify dxy, dyz, dzx. No. Instead of that, I use T2G. And this one is EG set. Means 2 sets are there. One is T2G set and another one is EG set. It's too simple. See, why I am using the word G? G means gerate. It's a very specific word, but for your level, it's not important. But try to understand what is this G indicate. G indicate, gerate means symmetry. Gerate means symmetry. What is this symmetry? Just try to understand. Metal, around the metal, 6 ligands are there. Correct? 6 ligands are there. Now, I am going to cut this. Upside 3, downside 3. Symmetry. I am going to cut like this. This side 2, this side 2. I am going to cut this. 2, 2. Means whatever the direction, whatever the way, if I cut the octahedral complex, I am getting symmetry. Take one I am giving one small example. One circle, whatever, tomato, whatever circular spaces, circular thing. Take anything. You just cut like this. You will get 2 equal halves. You just cut like this, 2 equal halves. You just cut like this, 2 equal halves. 2 equal halves. Means, just I'm giving example. Aishwarya Rai face is the best example for the symmetry. That's why we call it as Miss Universe. Why means, if we cut the Aishwarya Rai face, symmetry is there. But not like this. Here, symmetry means in whatever the direction you will cut, you will get the 2 equal halves. That's why they use one special word, that is special alphabet G. G means gerade, symmetry. Octahedral complex is symmetric. In order to explain that, they use G. Is it clear now? Now, once again I am going to explain this. First, metal d orbitals are there. You know, 5 boxes. Why I am using 5 boxes means each box capacity is only 2 electron. Total 10 electron. 10 electron will occupy within 5 boxes. Orbital. In order to draw like this is little bit complex alva. It tumba complex. Idare draw madidre gottagutta namige gottagalla. It's a little bit complex one. So, in order to avoid confusion, in the box we are drawing like this. It's a metal d orbital, absence of ligand. Means if the ligand is not there, then like this. If 6 ligands approach, it will excite it. Excited means the energy level increases. Why energy created? Because due to the repulsion between the electron present in the metal and the ligand. And then what happened? It's once again splitted as 2 sets. One is T2G set and EG set. What is this T2G? T2G means 3 orbital set. It's always lower energy than the barycenter. And EG set is always higher energy than the center. It's mainly contain dxy, dyz, dzx. And this one contains dx square minus y square dz square. See, this one I am going to treat it as 0. Out of 5, 2 is present up. So, 2 by 5 delta naught. Delta naught means crystal field stabilization energy or as splitting constant. It is also called it as splitting constant. And then see, downside 3 by 5. Delta naught. Why I am using 0? Because this is octahedral field, octahedral complex. We are going to explain the things within the octahedral entity. That's why I am going to use the word 0. That's why delta naught. Now, last class we discussed VVT. Within that, if strong ligand means, for example, Cn minus, ammonia, these are all strong ligands. If like this ligands will approach, for example, like this. Suppose if strong ligand approach, then what happened? This electron will shifted here, this electron will shifted here. Then this become correct alva? Andre illiro electron illi bantu, illiro electron illi bantu. Tumba simple. Yavaga strong field if the approaching ligand strong. That is also one of the limitation. There is no distinguish between strong and weak. VBT just explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು strong ligand ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, weak ligand ಇದ್ರೆ pair up ಆಗಲ್ಲ. But why? How? We don't know. But CFT will give the answer for that question. Yes. Now Weak ligand means it remains as it is, or else it remains intact. If ligand is weak. Why? Answer we can get from this CFT. Now, first I will explain the consequences. Now what happened here? Here we will get two cases. Delta naught is lesser than P. What is this delta naught? Delta naught means it's a difference in energy between the T2G set and the EG set. If the difference in energy, we call it as delta naught. And P means what? P means pairing energy. P means what? Pairing energy. P means what? Pairing energy. Pairing energy. Understood? Try to understand properly. Delta naught means the energy difference between this T2G set and the EG set. That is delta naught. And this pairing energy means in order to pair the electron, how much energy we are spending. That is pairing energy. Pairing energy means, see here this one is unpaired. In order to pair like this, how much energy we are providing, that is pairing energy. Pairing energy means what? Already the electron present in unpaired state. In order to pair that unpaired electron, how much energy we are supplying, that energy we call it as pairing energy. Now, D1 system. D1 system means what? Scandium. Means if you write the electronic configuration for this, scandium atomic number is 21, argon 18, 3D, 4s, 2, 1, argon 18, 4s2, 3D, 1 means D orbital contain one electron. How this will split? See, five boxes are there now. Just I am going to take it as 5 lines. How this will split? Upside 2, downside 3. If it is D1 system, the electron occupy T2G set. Correct na? If D2 system, next it will occupy. If D3 system, it will occupy. Up to D3, no doubt. But after D3, D4 system. D4 system means what? 3 I filled. Now, fourth electron will move towards the EG set, or they will pair like this. I don't know that. It will mainly decide this one. It's very simple. See, delta naught, difference is there, no? Comparatively the difference, pairing energy. ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕು. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ in order to keep the electron here, I am going to spend more energy. But it is easily shifted towards here. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is the meaning. See, energy is there, no? Comparatively pairing energy, this energy is lesser. Means the electron can easily accommodate here, comparatively here. Why? Pairing energy is more. We can't pair them because energy is more. I want to pair them next. I am going to supply more energy. I can't. So then what happens? This will shift it. Then the electronic configuration become T2G. This T2G set na, how many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3. 3. This is EG here. How many electrons it contain? 1. If it is D4 system, T2G3 Eg1. When this condition will exist, pairing energy more. When pairing energy more, if the ligand is weak. If the ligand is weak. If the ligand is weak ligand, then this type of electronic configuration we will observe. Means there is no pairing. That's why in VBT we just explain. If the weak ligand is there, means there is no pairing, it remains intact. Why? Means because this is the reason. This one successfully overcome by using this CFT, crystal field stabilization energy. Now, second case, case 2. Second case, case 2. What does the second case indicate? See, if strong field, strong ligand, if the ligand is too strong, if the ligand is too strong, then what happened? This one is ulta, reverse. Splitting energy is more than the pairing energy. Splitting energy is more than the pairing energy. See, same. Degenerate 5 orbitals. Octahedral field. That's why this one split as 3 downside. We call it as T2G, 2 upside Eg. Pairing is more. Pairing is less than the crystal. Means the difference is more. If the strong field is there, means very simple. See, ligand is strong means the distance between the Eg and the T2G increases. Understood? Illinda electron illi jump agakagalla. Ekandre difference is maximum. Then what happened? Instead of jumping, I will leave with you only. Like that only it will stay in T2G. See, 1, 2, 3. D3 system over, no problem. Up to D3, no problem. If D4, one more electron is there, means it never goes to Eg. It will pair in T2G. Why? Means the difference is maximum. Difference maximum. If the ligand is strong, means the splitting is strong. If the ligand is weak, means the distance is there, no? Lesser distance. Here more distance, here lesser distance. That is the meaning. This concept was one of the limitations in VBT. But here we got the solution. It's very simple. If the ligand is very weak, the difference between the T2G and the Eg is very small. If the difference is maximum, then 100% sure it's a strong ligand. Or else pairing energy is too less than the splitting crystal field splitting energy. That is the meaning. Once again I am going to explain this. Last class, VBT, one of the major drawback, there is no distinguish between strong and the weak field. Why strong field will pair the unpaired electron? Why not weak ligand? For that question, we got the answer here. See, pairing energy is more. Means it's highly difficult to pair here. Then what happened? This electron is easily shifted here. Then the electronic configuration become T2G3 Eg1. Even though it's a D4 system. Here this one also it's a D4 system. This one is a D4 system. But pairing, try to understand. Pairing. T2G 4. Why 4? All the 4 electrons are staying here only. Eg 0. If it is D5, one more electron pair here only. Then if it is D5 system, then configuration become T2G5 Eg0. If it is 6, T2G6 Eg0. Then next 7th one. There is 7th one means here 2 orbitals are there. Here all the 3 orbitals, 6 electron filled. Then there is no other alternative way. Compulsory the electron, even whatever the distance, it will move towards the Eg orbitals. Here also same thing. It will fill here. Then once again start pairing like this. This is regarding crystal field stabilization energy. Means it mainly operate between the difference in energy. This is in octahedral field. Means if the metal is surrounded by 6 ligand, what happens? Suppose now see one more concept, that is this series we call it as spectrochemical series. What is the series name? Spectrochemical series. Series name we call it as spectrochemical series. Series we call it as spectrochemical series. The series together we call it as spectrochemical series. Means how they come to know CO, carbonyl, is more stronger than Cn minus through experiment. Means this series is experimentally determined one. Experimentally determined. Experimentally determined set of series. See, last class we come to know Cn minus is a strong ligand. Ammonia is a strong ligand. But chloride, fluoride, bromides are weak ligand. In VPT, we don't have any explanation why they are strong, why they are weak. But in CFT, they gave spectrochemical series. How they got this means through the absorption of light. Through the absorption of light. Means which ligand they absorb more light, they are strong. Based on that concept, they determined experimentally. They gave one set of series. The series we call it as spectrochemical series. Try to understand carbonyl group is there, no? It's too strong. It acts as a strong ligand. Means towards my right hand side like this, ulta. All are strong come to know. Means which one act as a strong ligand, which one act as a weak ligand, we can easily determine by using this spectrochemical series. This one act as a strong ligand. See, suppose with me two ligands are there. One is Cn minus and another one is CO. That time I should give the preferences for CO. CO is a strong ligand. Then this one, even though it's strong but not as CO. Cn minus also strong ligand, no doubt in that. But CO is stronger than Cn minus. And then see En. En means ethylene diamine. Next preference for En, ethylene diamine. After that ammonia, EDTA. EDTA means ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion. 4 minus. And NCS means water molecule, acetate, OH, hydroxyl, fluoride, sulfate, chloride, thiocyanate, bromide, iodide. See, these are all spectrochemical series. These are all spectrochemical series. Means based on this series, based on this order only, we come to know. Means how to give the preferences for ligand, which ligand act as a strong ligand and which ligand act as a weak ligand. Based on this only. Okay. This one is fine. Next one. Crystal field theory in tetrahedral entity. Tetrahedral entity or complex. Entity or complex. Same thing. 5 boxes. You can draw 5 boxes or else 5 lines. It's up to you. In textbook, they are going to use lines or box. Both also correct. See, this one is isolated metal. Means free metal. Free metal atom. You know, dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square, dz square. Correct now? Tetrahedral entity. Tetra means 4. Last octahedral means 6 ligands. Tetrahedral means 4 ligands. Once 4 ligands are approaches, it's little bit excited. You know why it excited? Because repulsion between the electron present in the metal and the 4 ligands. Then what happened? 5. After that, it will splitted as exactly reverse to the octahedral field. Octahedral field itto adha exact opposite splitted. Octahedral downside T2G means 3 sets, upside 2 sets. Now downside 2 sets, upside 3 sets. This one we call it as E and T2. But in last case, EG, T2G. Why I am using G? It's symmetric. But tetrahedral, try to understand. This is tetrahedral field. Ligand, ligand, ligand. If I cut like this, no problem, symmetry. If I cut like this, there is a symmetry. Here ligand is there, but here ligand is there? No. If I cut like this, here ligand is there, but here ligand? No. If I cut like this, here 1 ligand, downside 3 ligand. There is no symmetry. That's why 2 set is there means no doubt. It's a E. 3 is there means T2, but not G. G use ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Why there is no G? Because it's not symmetric. It's unsymmetric. It's not symmetric. That's why I'm not at all going to use G. It's EG set. This is T2 set. Now you know this one is BC. BC means barycenter. Now the difference between these two, it's nothing but energy, right? That energy we call it as delta T. Delta T means crystal field stabilization energy in tetrahedral entity or else complex. Last, octahedral, that's why delta not O. But here delta T. T means tetrahedral. Now the difference between center to here, upside how many? 3. Down, out of 5, 3 upside. That's why 3 by 5 delta T. Difference between here to here, downside 2, 2 by 5 delta T. It's too simple. Downside 3 by 5 delta T, upside 2 by 5 delta T. Why means downside 2 is there, that's why out of 5, 2 are downside. That is the meaning. Out of 5, 3 are upside. That is the meaning. It's exactly reverse to the octahedral complex. Octahedral is exactly reverse. Out of this, they may ask anyone. Suppose if they miss VBT in main board, if they miss VBT compulsory question. Out of 4 VBT, 1 VBT compulsory. Out of 4 VBT, if they miss that VBT, they may ask the CFT question. Means CFT, explain CFT by taking octahedral complex or else tetrahedral. There is no square planar, there is no square bipyramidal geometry. Only two things. One is octahedral and tetrahedral complex. It's very simple. Now, this one you know. Tx square minus y square dz square. And this one upside dxy dyz dzx. It's too simple. It's exactly reverse to the octahedral complex. Octahedral complex again explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ same, but only thing opposite. Here also same. How the electrons will fill means here 5 is there, 5 orbital. This will split as upside 3, downside 2. This one E, this one T2. If it is strong ligand, one, two. That is common thing. D3 system, it never enter to T2. It will pair here only. Why it will pair? This energy is there, no? Is more than pairing energy. That's why it will pair. If one more electron is missed, once again it will pair. Then one more electron is there means it will enter to T2. Suppose weak ligand is there means weak ligand is there means how you select the strong weak ligand? Based on spectrochemical series. Here E, T2, 1, 2, weak ligand is there means suddenly it will jump to T2. Why it will jump like that? Pairing energy is more than delta T. Now I am going to summarize this. See, CFT means majorly. CFT means crystal field It's very important one. It's the applied level of VBT. What are all the limitations are there in VBT? It tries to sort out so many questions. First VBT assumptions. The bond present between the metal and the ligand is purely ionic or else electrostatic force of attractions. Why we call it as ionic or electrostatic force of attraction means metal is electropositive and ligand is negative. Why negative? Even though it's a neutral or anionic, it contains electron. Electron is negative. So the force exists between the metal and the ligand is purely electrostatic force of attraction. So we call it as ionic bond. After that ionic bond, degeneracy. All the metal orbitals are having same energy without any field approach towards itself. Once ligand approach towards the metal, the degeneracy, it's become non-degenerate. Non-degenerate means the equal energy starts splitted up. Once the equal energy is splitted up, what happens? We will observe in two cases. One is octahedral case and another one is tetrahedral case. Octahedral case, downside 3, upside 2. T2G, EG. Why I am using the word G means it's highly symmetric octahedral. But tetrahedral, 4 ligands are there, but it's not symmetric. That's why I'm not at all going to use G. G means gerade. In higher studies, you come to know gerade means it's symmetry. In order to mention that, we are going to use that. That's it. This one is E, this one is T2. It's too simple. And then, see, just try to understand what are all the things I explained for octahedral. It's exactly reverse. The distance between the two sets, EG or T2G or EG. The energy we call it as crystal field splitting energy or as crystal field splitting constant, delta. If it is in octahedral, O, tetrahedral, T. And you come to know how to write everything. If the pairing energy is more, it's nothing but it's a weak ligand. We can't pair. If pairing energy is less, it's nothing but strong ligand. This is regarding crystal field stabilization, crystal field theory. Then, based on this theory, how to predict the color? Because VBT never ever give the idea regarding the color. But the CFT will give a complete idea about the color of the complex. And that one limitation, next class I am going to explain that. Thank you, students.